Okay, so I got this top one all polished out. You can see how beautiful it is. I mean, it's just a mirror finish, and that's the way it should be. Then you back up and you look at the one on the bottom. If you look real close, it's not nearly, you can see that fade, that haze that is no longer here. So if you stand back just a little bit, you probably can see the difference in the gloss on the top and the limitations on what's on the bottom. Okay, clearly you can see this on video, and in person it's a little harder to see, but you can see the aluminum there has been hand polished, but that's not enough. You gotta go a little farther on it. When you machine polish aluminum, you get that mirror finish out of it, and that's a little dust back. There we go. So you get that mirror finish out of it. Obviously, the top part of the head, where the fins are, should be nice polish, but I mean, it's the engine, for God's sakes. So getting these little areas is unbelievable. But we're gonna see what we can do with it without making any promises. Let's find out. You gotta look real close, but right there in like the orange, you can see there's just micro abrasions. It's not much. Huh. That's crazy. Right in there. Let's see if we can do a zoom in. There we go. Not a lot. Very hard to see. But we're gonna get rid of that. Okay. Well, take a look. We set out and accomplished exactly what we wanted to accomplish. Make sure I get a good. I think we got it looking like glass. Look at that thing, it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. Whole bike's coming along. Okay, so as we're counting down and making sure there's no high spots, the reason that we use air in some of these places like this, there's no way we're going to be able to get our hands up in these corners and crevices, and that's why we use the air. So we can protect areas that we can't necessarily reach. We have to be really diligent with the coating, work in very small spaces, all that kind of jazz, but that is seemingly to us the best way to apply a coating in places you normally can't get into. With a coating, if you know what you're doing and you got the right stuff, you can get into areas that you can't get to by hand. Do you still work in 2x2 areas? Absolutely. I count it out. Check it here in a little bit. All right, so just sprayed down in that area, obviously. Or counting the seconds and just being diligent and making sure that there's nothing missed here. So what we'll do here in just a few seconds, when this starts to rainbow through, and it will very quickly, we'll go ahead and just make sure that it's covered. and we'll go through and make sure there's no high spots. We'll go through the rag and clear it out. But that's the reason that we use air, because if you do very lightly, you can get into areas that you normally can't get into by hand. And as you can see, it looks like the coating's taking to that pretty well. A spot like that, you're never ever, ever get in a spot like that by hand. That's where, if you're really careful, you know what you're doing, you can coat everything. If you're really careful and you know what you're doing, you can coat everything without getting any high spots. Okay, so we started around 10 o'clock and started polishing and doing our thing, and now it is 2 a.m. in the morning. And as you can see, our hard efforts have definitely paid off. Now, again, this bike is just banging when we started, but we brought it to the next level. Awesome bike. So happy and so proud that we could coat this and give it the love and attention that it deserved. All coated. We're going to be back tomorrow. We're going to throw another layer, that's 2 coatings, on the paint, just the paint. There's no reason to do anyplace else, just to give it that oomph of protection. God, look at that gloss. That is just gorgeous. And that's the way a coating's supposed to look. So if you're wanting your bike to look this banging and want to keep it this banging, coated the paint, coated the frame. Got in the places that you can't get into normally coating, down in between the engine and transmission. Orange block down in there, you can't see, you can't reach down there, but we coated it. Side skirts, the tires, the rims, top to bottom, this thing's coated. Even that beautiful alligator leather seat, look at that. That is coated. That is coated. The leathers, that is coated. Tool bag, coated. They're all coated. All looking good too. So guys, we hope you enjoyed the little video that we did. I'm just letting people know when you're ready to have your bike looking this banging, give us a call.